Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Emily. I'm a mom who loves home decor, thrifting, and a good DIY project. Today we are making macrame Christmas ornaments. I've never made macrame Christmas ornaments, but I have seen them over the years, and so I thought I would try making 3 different kinds and share the whole thing with you. Before we jump into the tutorial, if you're not already, feel free to follow me on Instagram at EmilyFaith22. Let's not waste any time. Let's get started with ornament number 1, the snowflake. For this first project, you're going to need macrame cord. I'm going to link this macrame cord down below for you. This is one from Amazon. You will need scissors, measuring tape, and a wood ring. This wood ring is 2 inches in diameter. I actually got these in a pack from a dollar store nearby. But if you have a bigger ring, that's totally fine. You may just need to add on extra pieces of macrame cord that will be cut at the same length. The first thing you're going to do is cut and measure 10 pieces of macrame cord. Each cord will be 28 inches long. Once you have done that, you are going to fold them in half, put them through your ring, and put your middle cords through the loop and pull. Inside of the ring, make a loop, put your 2 center cords through, and pull. We actually are going to add on 2 more cords because I want to work in groups of 3. So we're gonna squish it on there, and we should have a total of 12 cords. I'm going to be working in groups of 3 cords, so you can kind of separate them off into their groups of 3. Now we are going to be using the double half hitch knot, and if you guys don't know how to tie the double half hitch, go check out my 3 basic macrame knot tutorial, and that will teach you how to do it. I'm going to start with the far left cord and bring it down into the center. We're actually going to be doing this on both sides and begin tying our double half hitch. Once you've done one side, we are going to do the other side. Okay, I want to stop right here because I get questions on this all the time. People really struggle with the double half hitch. So I just want to show you guys, this is the cord you're doing. Basically create like a loop it over, and I think this is the problem people run into. When you pull this, it could look like this. Now this isn't how the double half hitch looks. Have your cord, you loop it. Now, instead of like pulling like a knot, you're gonna wanna make sure that this is looped down nicely over it like this. Do you see how it's kind of like makes this nice loop? And when you pull it down, it loops, I don't know, it makes like a nice loop instead of the other knot. People tell me all the time that they mess up the double half hitch, so I hope that helps. Now you tie them together. You can honestly choose either way to tie them. Now we are going to repeat this process, working in our groups of 3 all the way around. Now we are going to just repeat this process one more time in our same groupings and do another row of the double half hitch right underneath it. step to do is simply trim our star shape to the desired fringe length. You can leave them long or cut them short. Then you can unravel each one, and also you can brush them out. I think I'll probably end up cutting these even shorter actually. Now we are moving on to ornament number 2, the mini wall hanging. For project number 2, you are going to need 10 cords that are 28 inches long, the same length as the other ones, a small stick, or I've seen people use like cinnamon sticks, which is very festive and cute. Obviously, you'll still need scissors and measuring tape to get all your measurements. And if anybody is wondering, my stick is 5 inches long. To begin, we are going to fold each of our cords in half and loop them onto our stick. Again, I only used 5 cords, so I don't know why I tried telling you beforehand, before I've made these, what we need, but you only need 5 cords. What we're gonna do is start by tying 2 square knots. So we are going to remove the 2 side cords and then work in groups of 4. So we will tie 1 square knot here. Again, if you don't know how to tie a square knot, check out my 3 basic macrame knot tutorial. We tied 2 square knots, and then we are going to combine the middle 4 cords and do 1 more square knot. Now you are going to take your 2 side cords and use your double half hitch to bring them to the center. You grab the cord from the other side and bring it in to the center. Now you are going to tie them together in the center. To finish off, we are going to cut the cords, and you could cut them straight across, you can cut them at a V. It's really whatever you prefer. I think I'm going to cut them at a V. And then you simply fray your cords again. Our last macrame Christmas ornament is ornament number 3, the Christmas tree. For my 3rd Christmas ornament, we have 22 cords that are 14 inches long, but stay tuned because we might not use them all. I'll let you know. And I have some tape, and then I have 1 cord that's right around 28 inches long, and obviously you need scissors and measuring tape as well. First thing you're going to do is tie a knot at the top of your longer cord, just like this, to make a loop right here. Now we are going to tape it to the table. I feel like I should have done this for the other projects if that was possible. I could have used some duct tape on that stick or something, and that would have made things way easier. We are going to be making kind of a Christmas tree, and people will do this same process to make those feathers. So if you've seen that before, that's kind of what we're doing, but we're just gonna shape it like a tree. But if you wanna make a feather, go ahead. Take a cord, fold it in half, and have the loop go underneath. Then you take a second cord that's folded in half. You're going to loop the one end, the tail through, and then you stick this tail over top and you pull it through. Like so. And then just slide it to the top. Put it underneath, fold the second string, loop the tail through, and then put this side through that loop. on the bottom, you are going to tie a simple knot. And then what we're gonna do is fray all of these pieces, and then we can cut the shape of the tree. To take a brush and brush it out as well. Now I am going to trim these bottom ones really short. And we are simply going to shape this into a Christmas tree. You can take some tape and angle it if that helps. Before I show you guys how they turned out, I wanted to talk about a few different points in case you do make these. The first being that I get a lot of comments saying somewhere along the lines of me wasting cord, any extra cord that gets cut off, people seem to be upset about. They don't want to waste any cord, which I understand. I don't pre-make my macrames, so I just basically estimate and guess how much cord I'll need and make them for you. So if you guys see that I cut off maybe a few extra inches, then feel free to make your cord lengths from the start a few inches shorter. The second and last thing that I wanted to say is that I used 4mm macrame cord, and I feel like these projects would just be elevated to the next level and look that much nicer if you used a thinner macrame cord. So even a 3 or a 2mm macrame cord, you would then have to adjust. You'd probably have to add like more cords to each project. I think you could keep the same lengths, but you'd probably have to add more because they're skinnier. You might have to add 3 more onto the Snowflake, or 3 or 6 more, you know. If you use a thinner cord, I feel like the finer detail would just look a little nicer. Without further ado, let me show you guys how these ornaments turned out. I hope you enjoyed today's macrame ornament tutorial. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up. As always, you guys can subscribe for more of my everyday life. Follow me on Instagram at EmilyFaith22. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye!